Jai Hind learners, my name is Parag Rastogi and I am working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Swami Vivekananda Bharati University. In the previous lectures, we have studied different concepts of cyber law and ethics, the different type of scenarios, different acts, laws associated with the cyber world, Indian laws, international laws, as well as other concepts. Now, in this fourth unit, we will study the important feature of the cyber laws, digital signature and the electronic signature. In today's world, we have seen many documents which can be said as a digitally signed document or which contains electronic signature on it. So a question comes in our mind: what is electronic signature? What is digital signature? Is there any difference between these two, or are they same? So let's find out the concept and the overview of these two concepts. First topic in this unit, digital signature and electronic signature and the data protection. First, electronic signature. Electronic signature is a digital form of a wet link signature. So we can say that electronic signature is just a digital format of the wet link signature. As we signed on the paper with a pen, it is a digital format of this type of ink, which is legally binding and secure, but it does not incorporate any coding or standards. It can be a symbol, it can be an image, it can be a process attached to the message or document to recognize the identity and to give the consent on it. So it is just nothing else but a digital signature which contains different type of symbols, images. It can be images, process attached to the particular document. When we need when we need only verify the document, we use electronic signature. So why we use electronic signature? What is the significance? The significance is that if we want to verify the document, then we can use electronic signature. But the validation of electronic signature is not performed by any trusted certificate authorities. So it is not verified, or it is not authenticated by any authority or by any source. So it is just a signature which we can use only for the verification. Electronic signature is very easy to use than digital signature, but it is less secured and less authentic than the digital signature. So this is the basic difference between these two. Electronic signature is very easy to use than the digital signature. So it is clear that electronic signature and digital signature are the two different terms. In comparison, electronic signature is very easy than the digital signature, but the main difference is that it is less secured and less authenticate in comparison to the digital signature. So it is a main difference. Now we come to the digital signature, and let's see what is a digital signature. So digital signature is a secured signature which works with electronic signature. So digital signature is secured signature, but it is in line with the electronic signature and relies on public key infrastructure. It means it comes with encryption standard. So the concept of encryption is associated with the digital signature. It can be visualized as an electronic fingerprint which encrypts and identifies a person identity. So by the digital signature, we can identify a person, its designation, the designation of a person, the identity of a person, and all the information regarding that particular person. When we need to secure a document, we use digital signature. If we want to secure our document, then we can use digital signature. But in the case of electronic signature, we cannot say it. The validation of digital signature is performed by trusted certificate authorities. So the validation of the digital signature, it is performed by trusted certificate authorities or trust service providers. So we can say the difference between these two, that electronic signature is not validated or not certified by any authority, but the digital signature is authorized by any trusted party, or it is valid in comparison to the electronic signature. Digital signature is preferred over electronic signature as it is more secured and more authentic than the electronic signature. So we can say that the electronic signature is more accurate. It is usually authorized. Digital signature is preferred over electronic signature. Why? Because it is more secured and more authentic than the electronic signature. So now it is clear that the difference between these two, digital signature and the electronic signature. So digital signature is more authentic, more verified and more documented form. We can identify a person's identity through the use of digital signature, but in the electronic signature we use this type of electronic signature only to verify the document and nothing else. So digital signature is more authentic than the electronic signature. Now let's come to the next topic. Concept of public key and the private key. So this is a very important concept in the field of cryptography. If we want to secure any document, which is very much essential in the cyber world, that we have to secure our documents. So before knowing this concept of cryptography, we must know the concept of public key and the private key. Private key and public key terms are used in the cryptography. These keys are used to encrypt or decrypt the sensitive data. Now, what is mean by encryption and decryption? Encryption and decryption means if we want to secure any document, we have to encrypt the data. Encryption is a combination of various complex mathematical algorithms and procedure which we use to secure the document by imposing a code on it, and this imposition of coding or secure a document is called as encryption. Now, if we want to read any encrypted data, we have to decrypt it, and by decryption, how we can decrypt it? We are using a key. Which permits us to decrypt that particular encryption document. So what is encryption? We have seen that what is encryption, what encryption contains. Now there are two main types of encryption. One is the systematic encryption and the other is asymmetric encryption. It is also called as the private encryption and public encryption also. So let's see. What is symmetric encryption? Symmetric encryption uses the same key for both the encryption and decryption. In the symmetric encryption, only one key is used to encrypt the message, and we can with the help of only one key we can encrypt and decrypt that particular document. The key must be kept secret to ensure the security of the encrypted data. Symmetric encryption is used extensively in protecting content at rest, such as hard drives and memory cards. So we can say that symmetric encryption uses only one key to encrypt and decrypt any particular document. Now, what is asymmetric encryption? Asymmetric encryption uses two keys. In comparison, on the contrary of symmetric encryption, the symmetric encryption uses two types of key. One is for encryption and the other is for the decryption. The encryption key, known as the public key, can be shared widely. The encryption key that is called as a public key is open for all. Anybody can use this type of key. While the decryption key, known as the private key, this key is only used for the confidential purpose, and asymmetric encryption is used extensively in securing content over the web. So we can say that asymmetric encryption is the public key encryption, which is open for all. Only one key is used for encrypt and decrypt the document, while the asymmetric encryption, it uses two types of key, and it is used to protect a document. And if we want to encrypt a document, then we use one key, and if we want to decrypt that particular document, then we have to decrypt it using the other key. One is the public key and other is the private key. Now we can learn this concept more extensively. We can show private key, public key in other terms. What is private key? The private key is used in both encryption as well as decryption, as we have seen earlier. This key is shared between the sender and the receiver. So private key is shared between the sender and the receiver. If the sender sends any document, then it also sends the decryption key to the particular receiver, so that the receiver can achieve the data and decrypt it using that particular key. The private key is also called symmetric key because it is shared by both the parties. We have seen private key cryptography is faster than the public key cryptography mechanism. A private key is generally a lengthy, non-guessable sequences of bits, so that nobody can guess that key. If somebody if you put the key in a very simple way or in any guessable format, then anybody can guess the password or guess the key and can decrypt it. So the private key should be lengthy, non-guessable sequence of bits, so that nobody can guess the about key. Or the pseudo randomly. The complexity and length of private key define how easy it is for an attacker to carry out a brute force attack, in which they test out several keys until they find the appropriate one. So in this way we can protect any document by using a private key, because the private key is shared only to the particular authentic receiver, so that only that authentic receiver can decrypt that key and no one else. Public key. In the contrary of private key, public key is just a free type of key which is open for all. Asymmetric cryptography, often known as a public key cryptography, it is a type of encryption that employs pairs of keys. A public key which may be known to others, because public key is open for all, so it may be known to anyone else, and a private key which is confidential only to the owner or the authentic recipient, make up each pair. Cryptographic techniques based on mathematical problems known as one-way functions are used to generate such key pairs. We must learn that a private key should be kept secret for effective security, and a public key can be freely circulated without any jeopardizing security. So public key is open. Public key is open for all. It is a free. Anyone can use it. Anyone can access this key. But the private key should be kept secret. No one other than the sender or the owner or the authentic receiver, no one can else guess that type of key. So this is the difference between public key and private key. Now you can understand the difference between these two types of key. Now the next one is creation and authentication of digital signature. How we create the digital signatures. Now we will understand the creation and authentication of the digital signature. Digital signature, as we have seen earlier, a digital signature is a mathematical technique used to validate the authenticity and integrity of a message, software, or a digital document. So we have seen that why we use digital signature. Digital signature is a authentic document, and it can be validate the authenticity of the document. We use digital signature. Now, how we generate the digital signature. Here we have seen three points to understand this concept. First is the key generation algorithm. Digital signature is electronic signature which assures that the message was sent by a particular sender. So we know that the message is sent by a particular sender. While performing digital transactions, authenticity and integrity, it should be assured, otherwise the data can be altered or someone else also act if he was the sender and expect a reply. So we must very take care of about the authenticity and the security of the digital document, because anyone else can predict that it is a authentic owner and can guess the document and also acts as an authentic user. He was the sender and expect a reply. So we must take care of the security and authenticity of any digital transactions. Next step is the signing algorithm. To create a digital signature, signing algorithms like email programs create a one-way hash of the electronic data which is to be signed. So in this we create a hash we use a hash function for the better security. The signing algorithms then encrypts the hash value using the private key. We use the private key for encryption. This encryption hash algorithm along with other information like the hashing algorithm. So the hashing algorithm contains encrypted hash along with the other information of that particular document. This hash algorithm is the digital signature. So we can say our digital signature contains the hash, the encrypted hash and the other type of information of that particular hashing algorithm. This digital signature is appended with the data and sent to the verifier. So now this digital signature, which contains the hash value, sent to the verifier. The reason for encryption, the hash instead of the entire message or document, is that a hash function. Now we can see why we use the hashing function, because encrypting the hash instead of the entire message is a very easy to encrypt the document using a hash instead of the entire message. It converts any arbitrary input into a much shorter fixed length value. So this is the reason why we use the hashing function instead of the whole data. It also saves time, as instead of signing a long message to shorter hash value has to be signed, and moreover hashing is much faster than the signing algorithm. That's why we use the hash function in the signing algorithms. Next one. So the next step about the digital signature authentication and creation is the signature verification algorithm. Signature verification algorithm verifies the digital document, verifies the digital signature document. If the verifier receives digital signature along with the data, it then uses verification algorithm to process on the digital signature. Now the verifier verified this digital signature using our verification algorithm, and the public key verification or the verification key generates some value. This value also applies the same hash function on the received data and generates a hash value. Then the hash value and the output of the verification algorithm are compared. If both are equal, means the hash value and the output of the verification algorithm both are equal, both are same, only then the digital signature is valid, else it is not valid. So we have to make sure that the value of the output of the verification algorithm and the hash value both should be same, both should be equal. If there is no equality, if the values are different from each other, then it is not valid or it is an invalid document. Okay, this is the basic structure of the of this generation algorithm of this of the digital document, the authenticity of the digital document. This is original data which contains hashing algorithm. Hashing algorithm is appended on this original data, and then the one-way hash is generated. This one-way hash is encrypted, that particular hashing algorithm, and we find the digital signature using the private key. Next, we use the public key. Here, the hashing algorithm is generated and the one-way hash value is used. This hash function is used appended on the digital signature using the public key, and using this key we decrypt the digital signature, and we identify if the identical hash valid data integrity, only then we can say the data is valid, because the output value and the hash value both should be the same. So the next topic is the concept of digital certificate. Digital certificate is the other concept which is different from the digital signature and the electronic signature. Now we will see what is digital signature. Digital certificate, sorry. Digital certificate is issued by a trusted third party who proves sender's identity. Now again we have to identify the sender's identity in the concept of digital certificate. So digital certificate is issued by a trusted third party who proves sender's identity to the receiver and receiver's identity to the sender. In this type of document, digital certificate, both the parties, the sender and the receiver, must know each other by using digital certificate. A digital certificate is a certificate A digital certificate is a certificate issued by a certificate authority to verify the identity of the certificate holder. So here is a certificate authority which issued the digital certificate, and it is used to verify the identity of the certificate holder. That means if anyone want to know the identity of a certificate holder, then they came to know about the certificate holder using this type of digital certificate. The certificate authority issues an encrypted digital certificate containing the applicant's public key and a variety of other identification information. So this digital certificate contains the applicant's public key and the variety of other information, and by using this type of information we can identify the person's identity and know everything about that person. Digital certificate is used to attach public key with a particular individual or an identity or any type of entity. Now, the question next is what is the difference between digital signature and digital certificate? So in this topic we will study what is the difference between these two terms, digital certificate and digital signature. Digital signature is used to verify the authenticity. As we have seen earlier, that digital signature is used for the verification for the authenticity, integrity and non-repudiation. That means it is assuring that the message is sent by the known user. If anyone sends the message to myself, then it is my duty, it is my right to know the identity of the sender's information. So by using digital signature, we can know the authenticity and integrity of the sender and not modified. While the digital certificate is used to verify the identity of the user. It may be a sender or it may be a receiver. Hence, digital signature and certificate are different kind of things, but both are used for the security. So in this way we can see that digital certificate and digital signature both are the different, but the aim of these two documents is similar. That means it is used for the security of the document. Most websites are using digital certificates to enhance trust of their users. We can rely on such websites which generates digital certificates, so that we can ensure about those sites that they are legal and we can trust them. In this comparison, we can see the key features about these two concepts. The basic definition of digital signature is that digital signature is like a fingerprint or an attachment to a digital document that ensure the authenticity and integrity, while the digital certificate is a file that ensures holder's identity and provide the security. Next feature is the process. In digital signature, hashed value of original message is encrypted. We can encrypt the original message with the sender's secret key to generate the digital signature. While in the digital certificate, it is generated by any authority, certifying authority, that involves 4 steps, that involves 4 types of key values: key generation, registration, verification and creation. The third feature is the security services. In the digital signature, authenticity of the sender, integrity of the document and non-repudiation. We must ensure about these concepts: the authenticity of the sender, the integrity of the document. Now, in the digital certificate, it provides security and authenticity of the certificate holder. In this, sender and the document, but in this we only take care of the security and authenticity of the certificate holder. So this is the basic difference between these two terms. I hope you have got all the concepts. You have understand what is a digital certificate, what is digital signature, what is electronic signature, and we have also learned the private key, public key, and the different type of the key generation algorithm, the authenticity of the sender, and other type of concepts in this topic. Next topic is the electronic governance. What is electronic governance or simply e-governance? Electronic governance or simply the e-governance is the application of information and communication technology for providing government services. So basically, electronic governance term is used for the government, for the government services, for the government organizations, and it also interchanges of statics, communication proceedings, and integration of various independent systems and the services. Through the meaning of the e-governance, government services are made available to the citizens in a suitable, systematic and transparent mode. So by using electronic governance, we can ensure about the transparency between in the government services, government documents, government procedures of various schemes and other things. So e-governance is useful for the transparency, so that everyone can know about the policy, about the different type of documents, their authenticity, their transparency and fairness. These are the elements including the e-governance. Basic elements are the government, which are the stakeholders in this e-governance. First part is the government, citizens are the second important entity, and third is the investors or the business entities. All these parties included in the e-governance. So I hope now the concepts are clear for you. So in the next subsequent lecture, we will study another topic of cyber laws and ethics. Thank you so much.